Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome again to my channel. Today's Tuesday, and this is the start of a brand new episode, which is called Everyday Masters. In Everyday Masters, what I will be doing is I will be either interviewing or discussing my experiences with people that I meet, people in my life, and people that have had either an impact, have taught me a lesson, or are just showing or allowing me to illustrate or understand certain precepts of life. So I want to start today with this customer of mine at work. She came in to get something done because she feels horrible. She feels sorry. She feels like she messed up with a guy, some guy that she was seeing, or rather a guy who is into her. So here's the story. She is from Ecuador, and she met a guy online about 20 years ago. Then she traveled to Cuba because the guy's Cuban. She traveled to Cuba with her family to go meet his family. Things were all great. Then it looks like he was, I guess, either too in love or he was too much of a nice guy. So she ended up moving back to Ecuador. Long story short, she met someone else, married him, and had 2 kids with the guy in Ecuador. And from that, it has been 20 years. And this guy, this Cuban guy, loved her so much and wanted her in his life so much that he traveled to Ecuador, met with the woman's husband. He told her, listen, I am in love with your wife. That stuff takes balls, man. I am in love with your wife. However, I understand that you guys are together, and I just wanted to let you know who I am, and I wanted to let you know that I am backing up since you are her husband. But that guy never gave up. He's still, still wanted her. Then a couple of years later, he met some other woman in Cuba. He married her, was with her for 2 years, then divorced her, and said that he cannot be with another woman but the first woman from Ecuador. So he kept going back to her, but still in a very unintrusive way, because he knew that she was married, and he wanted to respect that. Now, 20 years later, things haven't been going well between her and her Ecuadorian husband, and now she's having remorse. She's feeling remorse. She's like, wow, the one guy who actually loved me more than anyone else is the one that I actually want to be with. But now you must ask yourself, how did she come to that conclusion? Well, here's the deal. It's not because she's going through troubles with her current husband, with whom she's separated. That came about because that guy from Cuba sent her a link to the song Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You, and told her, well, pretty much that's it. Pretty much what the song says. Say something, I am giving up on you. I am done with this, and I am walking away. And the moment that the guy did that, 2 weeks later, she's freaking out. She already bought a ticket to go see the guy, and she wants to apologize, and she wants the guy to take her. Now, it's a little bit of a complex situation because she hasn't been divorced yet from the Ecuadorian husband, and she has kids, and with all that first guy went through, it's gonna be an uphill battle. Now I told her, I told her that if he was willing to wait 20 years it's going to be really, I would be very surprised if he just walks away and says, I want nothing to do with you. Anyway, I found that story so interesting because it happens so many times. Happened to me in previous relationships, happened to friends, happened online on videos. You see videos where they talk about this. It's something that happens all the time. And here's what it is. You know that saying that says we don't know what we got until it's gone? Well, it perfectly applies here, because what happens is that a lot of times, and mainly guys, well, women too, it happens with both parties, you're going after someone's love, and while you're doing this, you're giving everything to them, because to you it seems like they are the world. There's nothing else out there, and that is a normal feeling. That is what being in love is about. But the mistake that a lot of us make is that we feel that if we don't do everything, if we don't fight for that person, and that's what's shown in videos, I mean not in videos, in movies and romance novels, if we don't fight and we don't persevere, if we don't show the person that no matter what happens, we will be there, we will find a way, then we will lose them. And it's actually that fear of losing the person that drives us to act a certain way, and that pushes them away, and of course that attracts to us the lack of the person, because that's what we fear. And whatever you fear, whatever you focus on, you perpetuate. So we make that mistake a lot, and I mean mainly guys I know will have that experience. The moment you walk away without ever looking back, how many times have you either experienced or heard people whose exes came back the moment they walked away, the moment they decided to live their life or meet someone else, or the moment that they've said to themselves, I've had enough, I cannot deal with this anymore, I'm worth way more, I value myself more, and the ex comes back. The ex comes back, yeah, and perhaps because of jealousy, because the ex misses them, because the ex sees that she's, you know, what she thought wasn't real. But you know, the main reason why that happens is because the person, well, two reasons, I guess I should say. Number one, you start valuing yourself and you want the best for you, and or you decide to move forward, and by doing that you're changing your energy from an energy of lack of that person to an energy of either happiness, joy, or a different focus. That's number one. So the law of attraction is at play here big time. Now the second thing that happens is that the person looks at it and sees, wow, he or she is willing to do whatever it is that she or he needs to do to be happy, and I can either be a part of this, I can either join it and be with that person, or I'm gonna miss out. Because once you start moving forward and doing different things with your life, that's what you're doing. You're moving on, and the person is really missing out. Because prior to you doing that, what you were doing is that you wouldn't be living your life and doing the things you want to do. It was all about that person. So it happens so often that I guess it is something that we are to learn, and I guess we learn through experiences, that the most important, the thing that matters the most is you and how you feel. Nothing in the world is and ever will be more important than that you feel happy. Now, you being happy might have something to do with seeing someone smile, seeing your kids being healthy and happy. Hey, that's perfectly fine, but the focus should be primarily on you and how you feel. And so that's what she taught me, that lady. She highlighted that, and she emphasized it, because you should have seen her. She was all red and crying, and she was in tears. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to do, because now she fears that the guy may not want her. And for those who are looking for dating advice out there, remember this: a woman is always mostly attracted to a man whose emotions and feelings are unclear, because she wonders, wait, I am attractive. Is he attracted to me? Is he not attracted to me? What's going on? You know, that's how it works for men. For men, yeah. And when it comes to men versus, I mean, in regards to women, a man will be more attracted to you, I feel, from my experience, if you are not all over him. Because what happens is that it's a sentiment of comfort. Okay, it's there, well, I can get it whenever I want. But we like a challenge. A man wants a challenge. He wants to have to do something and earn a reward. You know, he doesn't want things just thrown at him. And when it is thrown at him, and as a matter of fact to anybody, you feel the person feels that the thing is less valuable. And I think that's a very big lesson to learn here. And the last lesson I think we should get from what happened to that lady is that you have to be grateful for what you have right now. A lot of times, especially when it comes to relationships, people will leave someone for the 10% that they cannot live with, and meanwhile they go out there and they're only finding 60% of what they want. So you have to be grateful for what you have. Don't obviously stay in an abusive relationship where you're unhappy and so forth, but don't just say to yourself, I don't need this, because at the end of the day you're going to turn around and realize, oh wow, what did I do? Which is what happened to that lady. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. But at the end of the day, what really matters is you have to follow your bliss, whatever makes you happy. Okay, and if not being in a relationship is what makes you happy, then do that. But if it is, and if you find someone that you actually care about, you love, and who actually shows respect, love, attention to you, and dedication, don't just take it for granted. Because if you can be in a position of gratitude, forget the relationship. That emotion of gratitude brings more of what you want to you. That's how law of attraction works, because you cannot be grateful and fearful at the same time. So that's a tip for today. Again, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this new series. It's going to be every Tuesday. It's going to be about everyday masters. I will make more videos. So I decided to do this to structure the channel in such a way that different people find exactly what they're looking for, instead of having to watch random videos and you never really know what's coming out next. Anyway, if you liked it, share the video, comment in the section below, give it a thumbs up, of course, and I will see you guys next Tuesday.